Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon, as today we get ready to bring you Roseburg High School baseball here on The Score. We're back at it after a spring break where Roseburg made a trip through central and eastern Oregon, and they had their shaky ways in that one, but they finished out with a pair of wins and come in on a two-game winning streak as they get ready to host the West Salem Titans out of the Salem area. We are excited to be back on the air bringing you Roseburg High School baseball here on The Score. Good afternoon, everybody. Joey Keyran here with you as we get ready to go. We welcome you into our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Roseburg Disposal, you can let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. As we get ready for today's matchup, we will catch up with Roseburg head coach Troy Thompson to find out how things went for the Indians while they were out on the road during the spring break period, the break from classes and teaching for this coaching staff and for the student athletes on this Roseburg baseball team. Find out how things went in Bend and in Pendleton for them there, and get a chance to catch up and find out how this next week, all here at home, going to be going for the Roseburg Indians. We got that coming up for you here in just a few moments, but before we take our first break here in the Roseburg Disposal pregame show, want to remind you that today's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com, where you can watch today's game streaming for free. Head to 541radio.com and watch it there, or you can also check out our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score on YouTube. You can watch the game streaming live there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with Roseburg High baseball all throughout this spring season. We'll take a quick 2-minute timeout, and when we come back, it's a quick word with head coach Troy Thompson. This is Roseburg baseball, streaming on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Back here with more of our pregame on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, streaming with video online at 541radio.com. Getting ready for some Roseburg baseball here this afternoon on The Score, and back out at Champion Car Wash Field and getting a chance to talk with head coach Troy Thompson after they get back from a spring break trip. Coach, a lot to catch up on. You guys got in a number of games out on the road during spring break where, it gives the guys an opportunity, obviously, to do a lot of team bonding, get a lot of games in. They don't have the added element of being in classes all day and having to focus on the academic side as well. How big is this stretch of the season and this portion where you guys try to transition from, non-conference, getting a lot of early season work done into what's going to be the stretch run in Southwest Conference play coming up real soon.
Right, yeah, exactly. We've got this week here, a great homestand here on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday at home, which is great. Then we're on the road next Tuesday. Then the Saturday after that, we're on with our league play, I believe, starting with North Medford here at home in a double. So, yeah, we're getting to it and anxious for that. Looks like today we have a little better weather than we had a couple weeks ago when we had our home games here. So that's always a good start with the weather. And we're excited to get back on the field. Like I said, it seems like we played, it was just last Wednesday, but it was in Pendleton. So it seems like it's been a long time in between games here. So we're ready to go, hopefully, and excited for the chance to get here today.
You guys started out the season here at home with a couple of exciting wins, narrow ones that you guys walk off, and then go out on the road. You stumble a little bit to start, but finish out the trip strong. What'd you think of what you guys were able to learn about this team in the week that you guys were out on spring break?
Well, that's just it. We experienced a lot of things on and off the field, so it was a good trip. Like usual, we got the whole gauntlet of weather. We were in Bend, and we had a little snow and rain and wind up at Bend, and then to Pendleton in game one we had a little rain in the morning, but it didn't affect us in the afternoon when we saw Pendleton there. And then the next couple days were mid 70s and bright blue sky and a lot of sun and no wind. So we had great weather on the trip and saw some good things and saw some good teams able to get on the field, and we certainly ended our trip with a couple of wins there. We played better as we went, so that was a good step and good to see, and hopefully we can continue that today.
Spring break, a time when a lot of people usually get a little bit of vacation. Did you give the guys and yourself a little bit of time off once you guys got back home after that trip?
Well, we had a couple days off and then came back in on Sunday to get back to it, and had good practice yesterday, and here we are again with it. Like I said, a nice home stretch, but a busy week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, fortunately all at home, so we're thankful for that. But yeah, we got a couple days off there in the middle, and hopefully we got rested and our legs back, and we're ready to go now.
You guys, this home stretch here, are going to start out with West Salem. You've got Century in there and Summit, all teams that traditionally have very strong programs. This stretch of the season, getting ready, how much do you feel like this is a good test for your team before you guys get ready to start against North Medford?
Oh, absolutely. It's a great week for us, a great test for us with whoever we play on the field. But historically, like you said, those clubs that we have coming in are very good teams, and we've seen them through the years. So obviously West Salem, going back a number of years, back into the early days of the 07s, 08s, 09s in there, and then through the last 10 or 15 years we've seen them several times, and always had good quality ball games with them, and they're a good program and they do it right, and so we're lucky and thankful that they're able to make the trip here today. So we're excited about the possibilities here today. And then Century, another good club we've seen a few times through the years, and on into Summit on Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. Now, for wrapping up here with Coach Troy Thompson, and you guys were out on the road. That's a lot of travel, and it's a lot of time in a car and a van and in hotel rooms. Yep. It's got to be nice to be back at home here for a nice little stretch.
Yeah, it was great to get back here on Sunday and practice at our home field, and the kids they have a better idea of how fortunate we are here in Roseburg, not only in the spring for all the clubs that play here at the college and UVC, but in the summer when we play our summer programs here as well. It's a great place to be, and we're excited to be home, and it's a real fortunate thing that we have this here and we're able to take advantage of it.
Well, we'll thank Athletic Director Russ Bowen helping make that schedule possible for you guys there. Sure. And we'll wrap it up there with you, Coach. Good luck out there today.
Thank you.
That is head coach Troy Thompson joining us here on our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Again, let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. You can give them a call at 673-7122. Coaches are exchanging lineup cards at home plate. Head coach Taylor Blair for the West Salem Titans, who are out to a 2-5 start to their season, coming in with 3 straight losses on their record after their spring break took them to Arizona. Roseburg at 4-3. Head coach Troy Thompson in his 20th year out there at home plate, helping go over the ground rules here at Champion Car Wash Field. Roseburg coming in at 4-3 on the year. They won their last 2 games of their spring break trip and now look to try and continue their undefeated stretch here at home at Champion Car Wash Field. We'll go ahead and take our final 2-minute break of the pregame show. When we come back, we'll get you a look at the starting lineups for both these clubs as we get ready to go. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter, a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Wayman, and on the bump, Dominic Tatone.
Welcome you back here to Champion Car Wash Field. The Roseburg Indians hosting the West Salem Titans. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for the visiting Titans. Head coach Taylor Blair will have Brody McMullen, the pitcher, leading things off, followed by Matthew Luke, the center fielder. Trey Ward at third base will bat third, followed by Brooks Ferguson, the first baseman, hitting cleanup. In the 5 spot is Carter Lesh, the shortstop. Following him is Colin Cronenberg, the right fielder, hitting in the 6 hole. Jeremiah Pinkerton is the DH. He'll bat for starting catcher Carter Howard in the 7 spot. Batting 8th and playing at second base is Tyler Rock. And in left field is Evan Faust, the 9-hitter for the Titans. That is your starting lineup for the visiting team, wearing their black tops with green sleeves, green number on the back, outlined in white gray trousers and the black stirrup socks. They've got the green ball caps with the white W and S on the front. For West Salem, they will take on Dominic Tatone, the senior left-hander for Roseburg. He's pitched a team-high 12 2/3 innings. He's started 2 games, has an 0-1 record so far, a 2.76 ERA for Dom. 10 strikeouts, 8 walks, 1 hit batter in his 12 2/3 innings. He has also given up 13 hits and 8 runs, 5 earned in his time so far. He will square off against right-hander Brody McMullen to lead things off for the Titans. First pitch swinging, a ground ball up the middle, roller towards second. It is Sebastian Watson there to make the play to retire Brody McMullen, wasting no time. 1 pitch, 1 out, and we are underway here in today's non-conference matchup between the Titans and the Indians. Well, as we get going here, lefty Matthew Luke will stand in to bat, the center fielder. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Sets up in the center of that left-handed box. He'll take low and outside for ball 1. Roseburg in their home whites. It's a pitch low and outside. A 2-ball, no strike count. Home whites, white top, white trousers for Roseburg. Black stirrup socks for the guys wearing the pants at the knees. Another pitch low, 3-0 count here for Matthew Luke. Says Indians across the chest in script on the button-up tops. A 3-0 pitch is in for a strike against Matthew Luke. Black caps with the orange R on the front for Roseburg. We'll run around the infield for the defense. There's a strike coming back here. Dominic Tatone will even up the count, or will take the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count pitch is low and outside for ball 4, and there is a 1-out walk issued to the 2-hitter Matthew Luke.
At bat for 10, Trey Ward.
Battery mate for Dominic Tatone behind the plate. Knox Hubbard, the senior catcher, sending the signals out to the mound from pitching coach Richie Charles in the dugout. Throw to the plate for the 3-hitter. Hits the outside corner for strike 1 against Trey Ward, the third baseman, batting with 1 on and 1 out. Around the rest of the diamond for Roseburg, Evan Corbin at first, Sebastian Watson at second. At third, Austin Takahashi, and at shortstop is Dawson Gillespie. As a 0-1 pitch is sent out of play for strike 2 against Trey Ward. In the outfield from left to right for Roseburg, Eli Jacobs, Carson Dunn, and Logan Klopfenstein. Your look around the diamond defensively here in the top of the first inning. 0-2 pitch for Ward. Off speed, got him, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is your first strikeout of the game for Dominic Tatone. And this season, all Roseburg strikeouts are brought to you by One Peak Medical. Appreciate their new sponsorship of Roseburg baseball here on The Score. The first pitch of the at-bat to the cleanup man, Brooks Ferguson. Low and outside for ball 1. 1 on, 2 away for the Titans, who have not beaten a team from the state of Oregon as of yet. Playing teams from Arizona and Colorado in their spring break trip to Arizona. A 1-0 pitch down the middle for a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1 here against Brooks Ferguson in the top of the first. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Ferguson chasing that one low and inside. Ended up cutting across right on the right-handed batter right around his shins. 1-2 pitch. Runner going. Throw down to second from Hubbard. Did he hang on to it? Yes. The throw in time to second base. Caught stealing. Matthew Luke will go down. And that'll finish things off at the plate. Brooks Ferguson will get a fresh count and another trip to start things off in the second. 3 hitters to the plate and 1 caught stealing to finish things off here in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through a half inning of play. We go to the bottom of the first. Roseburg coming up to bat after a 60-second timeout on 541radio.com and on The Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Down the rock.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Welcome you back here for the bottom of the first inning as Roseburg in a scoreless game against West Salem. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Roseburg and head coach Troy Thompson. Logan Klopfenstein lead things off, the right fielder, followed by Austin Takahashi, the third baseman, and Dawson Gillespie, the shortstop, batting third. They'll face Brody McMullen, a right-hander on the mound for the Titans. First pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Nathan Wayman, the DH, bats cleanup, followed by Dominic Tatone, the pitcher. Evan Corbin will bat in the 6th spot, playing at first base. Knox Hubbard, the catcher, hitting 7th. Sebastian Watson, the second baseman, hitting 8th. And Carson Dunn in center field rounds out the starting 9 for the Indians. That's a look at your starting lineups as we get things started here in the bottom of the first inning. It's a 2-0 count for Logan Klopfenstein. Left-handed thrower, right-handed batter. He faces the 2-0 pitch from McMullen, and that one misses low and outside from the right-hander. Kloffenstein moved into the leadoff spot here, and he was not there in the 2 games we saw him here at home before spring break, batting .261 on the season. 3-0 pitch he takes for strike 1. Watching all the way. Brody McMullen on the mound. A senior right-hander. Rocks and fires the 3-1. Kloffenstein hits a soft ground ball chopper. Foul territory down the third base side for strike 2. Three-two pitch now, and that one comes inside and gets him. So Logan Kloffenstein will get a leadoff hit by pitch to get on base.
14, Austin Takahashi.
Kloffenstein, let's see here. That is the first time this season he will reach on a hit by pitch. That brings up Austin Takahashi. He's a right-handed thrower, left-handed batter. And he takes the first pitch for strike 1 on a breaking ball from McMullen. Takahashi was on fire to start out the season when we saw him earlier. It's been a few games since. He takes outside. The throw down to second base is Kloffenstein running on the pitch, not in time and off target as well. So into second base with a steal goes Kloffenstein. 1-1 count at the plate for Takahashi. That pitch just missing on the outside corner to the lefty. Now a man in scoring position with nobody out. Takahashi hits it right side, in and out of the glove for Tyler Rock. He's able to recover in time to retire Takahashi. He goes right side, which allows Logan Kloffenstein to move up 90 feet to third base. It will not go down as a sacrifice, but it works in a similar manner as a sacrifice bunt to move the runner up. He did a good job of pulling it to the right side of the infield. A hard hit ball right at Tyler Rock, and misplayed it at first, but had plenty of time to be able to recover at second base. Breaking ball outside to Dawson Gillespie, the 3-hitter for Roseburg. Dawson batting .316 on the year. Comes in with 4 RBI, and he's got an RBI opportunity here. Takes high on the 1-0 pitch to make it 2 balls, no strikes. Kloffenstein on base, hit by pitch, stole second, moves to third on the ground out by Takahashi. Can Roseburg manufacture a run here in the bottom of the first to take an early lead? Breaking ball high and inside to Gillespie. 3-0 count. .3-0 pitch here for McMullen. Did not have the green light, it appeared. And that's not a pitch that not many hitters are going to get a green light, especially at the high school level on a 3-0 count. But even if he had, that's not one I think that Gillespie would have liked to try and go after. The 3-1 here, that's one that he'll take. He grounds it to short, should drive in a run. Throw to first base will be in time to get him. But Gillespie will drive in one on a 6-3 putout. And Roseburg takes a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 down, and Nathan Wayman will step in to bat with the bases empty. Nathan Wayman, I don't believe we saw him in the lineup in the first 2 games I got a chance to cover, but it looks like spring break, a good time for him. So he takes the first pitch, a fastball in for strike 1. Wayman, 13 at-bats, had 6 hits, 2 doubles, drove in 2. Batting .462 on the season. Takes inside. 1-1 count. Wayman, a senior for this Roseburg squad. Batting for Eli Jacobs, the left fielder. Takes a pitch low and outside. 2 balls and a strike for Brody McMullen. Try and get a chance here to run around the diamond defensively for this West Salem club. Behind the plate is Carter Howard, the battery mate for McMullen. 2-1 pitch. Top end of the strike zone, hitting the outer edge to even it up at 2-2. Brooks Ferguson out at first. Tyler Rock at second. At third is Trey Ward. At short, Carter Lesh. In the outfield from left to right, Evan Faust, Matthew Luke, and Colin Cronenberg. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and that'll finish things off in the bottom of the first inning. A strikeout for Brody McMullen, but he hit the leadoff man, and Logan Kloffenstein able to move around the bases and put Roseburg on top 1-0. One run on no hits. There were no errors and nobody left on base. A one-run lead for Roseburg after 1 inning to play. Back with the top of the second on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
First pitch, a swing and a miss as we start off the second inning. Brooks Ferguson back at the plate, his second time to really see Dominic Titone after he was left at the plate. Matthew Luke caught stealing to end the first inning. Ferguson was behind in his at-bat, had 2 strikes against him, and he's quickly now down 0-2 here as he swings and misses again. No balls, 2 strikes for Dominic Titone, who now has a 1-0 lead to work with after Roseburg manufactured a run in the bottom of the first. Swing and a miss. Another One Peak Medical strikeout for Dominic Titone. His second punch out of the ball game. In fact, he has retired back-to-back hitters with a strikeout. 1 away here in the top of the second inning. It'll be Carter Lesh to come up and bat next for the Titans. Strike 1 taken on a breaking ball from Titone. Roseburg baseball today brought to you by 7 Feathers, K-Bar Beef Burgers, Tekelum Coffee. I forgot to see how you say that one. Swinging a foul tip into the glove for strike 2 for Lesh. Road Snacks, fresh produce. You can find it all and more at 7 Feathers Truck and Travel, I-5, exit 99 in Canyonville. Another foul tip into the glove for Carter Lesh. And he goes down swinging. That is 3 straight strikeouts for Dominic Titone. And Roseburg getting a nice outing so far from Titone. He's got 2 away in the top of the second, protecting a 1-run lead. The first pitch now to the 6-hitter Colin Cronenberg is fouled back into the netting for strike 1. Cronenberg, the right fielder. The 0-1 pitch from the lefty. He chops out one down the third base side. Takahashi charging. Throw to first. Right on target and on time. Not an easy play down that third base line, but Austin Takahashi able to make it. And that retires Colin Cronenberg to finish things off here in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through an inning and a half. Still a 1-0 lead for Roseburg. Bottom of the second coming up on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate.
Dominic Titone will lead things off for Roseburg here in the bottom of the second. He takes the first pitch high for ball one. Roseburg Baseball today brought to you by Dr. Erlandson Randall. They're accepting new patients, so call them at 541-378-6694. 1-0 lead for Roseburg is the 1-0 pitch, low and outside for ball two from Brody McMullen, the pitcher for West Salem, to Dominic Titone, the pitcher for Roseburg. Titone, a left-handed batter, just like he's a left-handed thrower. His 2-0 delivery from McMullen is high with the fastball. McMullen's got some good get up and go. He's not a big guy, but he looks to have some zip on that fastball. I heard a comment about West Salem as they were getting in and getting warmed up. They had some good size to them out there, and you look around, they got some lengthy guys. It's a 3-0 pitch. It's high for ball four. Dom will draw a leadoff walk in the bottom of the second. Roseburg, for a second consecutive inning, will get the leadoff man on base. A courtesy runner in for the pitcher. That is Jordan White. White will take over at first for Titone.
Pitch running for the Tribe, number 11, Jordan White.
Evan Corbin will bat, the first baseman. On the season, let's see here. Evan's not doing too shabby. He's only had 8 plate appearances, 5 official at-bats, but nonetheless, he's been doing well. He's got a couple of hits, a single and a double on the year, 2 RBI, 3 runs scored, batting .400 on the year. Looks to try and keep that going here. McMullen's first pitch high up near the letters against Evan Corbin, with Jordan White running at first for Dominic Titone. Roseburg still without a hit in the ballgame, but do have the 1 run. It's going to be a walk or a hit by pitch to Logan Kloffenstein as a pitch bounces out of the glove for Carter Howard behind the plate, just missing off the edge for a 2-0 count to Corbin. Kloffenstein had the advantage in the at-bat to lead off the bottom of the first inning and took one on the front hip that would have been ball 4 either way. It's a pitch low for a 3-0 count. That got him on base, stole second, moved to third on a ground out, scored on a ground out. So Roseburg without a hit in the ball game, but manufacturing a run. That seems to be quite the definition right there of that phrase. To bring one in there in the first inning, leading 1-0. Evan Corbin will take ball 4, and that is second straight walk issued by McMullen. Finished out the first inning with a strikeout, and he's come back here in the second and walked back-to-back hitters. That'll put Corbin on at first. Titone, actually Jordan White running for Titone out at second. I'm going to visit out to the mound for Howard to talk with McMullen. McMullen, I don't think it's the stuff that's not there. I just think it's kind of dialing in the motion to the plate with his accuracy here. He's got some good stuff, it looks like, but he just hasn't been able to find the strike zone. His first pitch, just a bit inside for ball 1 against Knox Hubbard, and this is where things can really start to compound on a pitcher. Finding the strike zone, it gets smaller and smaller the more you start thinking about it. And that'll prompt the visit out to the mound now for, I believe, the head coach, Taylor Blair, out there to have a quick conversation with his pitcher. This coaching staff for West Salem, I recognized at least one of the names on there for the assistants. Taylor Blair, the head coach, but Brady Rediger and Andy Armstrong, a couple of names that were familiar from the Legion baseball season over the summer. Those are definitely some names that I remember calling for some of the Salem teams through the years. Andy Armstrong, a guy that Oregon State baseball fans might remember. Spent some time playing for the Beavers. He's been coaching here at West Salem, sounds like for a little while now. It's kind of crazy to think. I remember calling his games in Legion. He's already been through college, graduated, and now he's been coaching for a little while somewhere. I don't want to think about how long that means I've enjoyed every moment of doing what I'm doing, but I don't want to think about how long it means I've been doing it, because that means my age is starting to creep up there a little faster than I feel like I remember. We all feel like we're still, 18 and could be out there playing, right? Instead, we're not. Father Time catches up to everybody except for Tom Brady, apparently. After the visit, a little bit of a lengthy one there, we get back to action with Knox Hubbard at the plate, a 1-0 count, a look back to second base. Back in sliding goes Jordan White, the courtesy runner for Dominic Titone. Runners at first and second, nobody out, a 1-0 pitch to Hubbard, and that does catch the outside corner. Makes it a 1-1 count for Knox Hubbard. Hubbard coming into today's contest, batting 125. He squares the bunt, puts it down hard down the first base side, but it's good enough for a sac bunt to move both runners up 90 feet. Coming off the mound to get to that, Brody McMullen fielded that one about 3/4 of the way down the first base line. Underhands it to Brooks Ferguson at first, and the sac bunt will go down 1-3. 1 out. Corbin moves to second. Jordan White moves to third. And with 1 away, 2 men in scoring position for Sebastian Watson. And Watson takes ball 1 on the first pitch. McMullen trying to salvage this inning, misses low for a 2-0 count. Walk, now a sac bunt for Roseburg. Still without a hit in the contest, but leading 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Out of his windup, McMullen, a fastball rifled in, hits the outside corner. Finds the strike zone to stay in alive in the at-bat against Watson. Sebastian, 2-1. That one in the air to center field. That could be enough to drive in a run from third. Tagging, White will head to the plate, and the throw will get cut off behind the mound. That's a sac fly for Sebastian Watson. Coming off the bat, it sounded like he got a lot of it, but it was just a laser shot to center fielder Matthew Luke, who really had no other option other than just sending it back in to make sure the runner at second does not go. So sacrifice fly to center field for Sebastian Watson. Drives in the second run of the ball game. Jordan White will score for Dominic Titone. With 2 down, it's a 2-0 lead for Roseburg. Evan Corbin still at second, and Carson Dunn will bat. He foul tips it into the glove for strike 1. For Sebastian Watson, his second RBI of the season. The 0-1, and Dunn fouls that one up and out of play for strike 2. Roseburg baseball on the score today, brought to you by Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? The 0-2 hits the outside corner, froze him, and Dunn will go down looking. Strikeout to end the inning again. There was one in the first inning for McMullen to get out of the first, but here in the second, much like the first, Roseburg adds another run. And they do so without a hit. 1 run, no hits. There were no errors, and 1 man left on base. After 2 innings of play, it's 2-0. Roseburg in front. We go to the top of the third on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
back here to start the top of the third inning. Roseburg leading 2-0. Dominic Titone on the mound has been looking sharp to start things off. He misses low on his first pitch, though, to Jeremiah Pinkerton, the DH, batting for catcher Carter Howard. Leads things off here in the third. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up is another pitch in the dirt for Titone. Dom has allowed just one base runner so far. That came on a walk in the first, but Matthew Luke got on base and then was the final out of the inning, trying to steal second. The 2-0 pitch, ground ball towards short, backpedaling behind it. The throw to first for Gillespie, over to Evan Corbin, who stretches for the out. 6-3 the put out. Pinkerton goes down. Out number 1 here in the third inning. Roseburg baseball here on The Score, brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling. They're your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. First pitch of the at-bat here to Tyler Rock. He gets one in the air out to center field, but easily adjusting. Coming in on the ball, Carson Dunn underneath it. One pitch for the out. Rock goes down, is out number 2. And this inning, half inning here, moving along quickly as the 9-hitter Evan Faust will dig in. The left fielder faces the lefty, Dominic Titone, who comes in with his sweeping breaking ball, misses in the dirt for ball 1. 2 runs, no hits, and no errors for Roseburg. No runs, no hits, no errors for West Salem. Faust takes a pitch outside. That lands in the left-handed batter's box. Knocks Hubbard sliding to his right to get that one. Dominic Titone, 2-0 pitch. Tries to come back with another off-speed pitch on the outside corner and misses there. Falls behind 3-0. Dom winds up and misses low for for ball 4. Second walk issued for Dominic Titone. And that'll bring a 4th batter to the plate here in the third inning for West Salem. Just their second base runner on. Sebastian Watson out to the mound to have a brief conversation. Brody McMullen, he swung at the first pitch of the ball game and grounded out to Sebastian Watson. Stands in here. Let's see if his at-bat lasts any longer this time around. He will take a pitch, and it misses just off the outside corner. West Salem was in Arizona, went 2-3 on their spring break trip. The 5 teams they played, 4 of them from the state of Colorado, 1 from the state of Arizona. A 1-0 pitch, misses again. And Dom find a little bit of struggles here in the third after starting out with a ground out and a fly ball out. He was moving quickly in the third inning, and now suddenly things escaping him. He challenges McMullen, just going after the strike zone with that pitch. Wanted to make sure he got one in, and McMullen could not square it up. A 2-1 count to the leadoff man, Brody McMullen. Breaking ball, misses low, couldn't entice the hitter to try and go after that one. It looked like McMullen maybe really had the internal conversation on whether he wanted to try and go after that pitch. The 3-1 outside, ball 4. And now the strike zone collapsing on Dominic Titone. Back-to-back walks issued. Titone had retired 6 straight batters prior to the walk to Evan Faust, and now a walk to Brody McMullen. And that'll prompt a visit from pitching coach Richie Charles. Looks like McMullen will stay in the game to run for himself. Pitcher's getting that courtesy runner option. Oregon and Oregon State baseball going on tonight at the college level. We also got plenty of games going on around the Umpqua Basin for high school baseball and softball today. Roseburg softball yesterday losing a tough one at home against number 4 Westview. Had a lead late in that game, 2-1, but then gave up an unearned run. Westview tied it and forced extra innings, and then in the top of the 8th, extra innings. 6 runs in for Westview. Roseburg finished with 9 errors in that game for softball yesterday. That's tough. First pitch, a breaking ball from the lefty to the lefty, Matthew Luke. He walked in the first inning. He bats now with 2 outs, 2 on, and a 2-run deficit for the Titans. Breaking ball this time hits the outside corner for Tatone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dom just trying to get through things here in the 3rd now, after putting himself in a little bit of trouble. Just a little elevated. Matthew Luke, not a big guy at the plate, so the strike zone a little lower. That one just missing high. 2 balls and a strike. Dom will take a look at second base, delivers in, a ball fouled off. Out in front of that one. Matthew Luke hitting that one off the cap of the bat there. Ricocheted back between the legs of the catcher and the umpire. 2-2 count. Ooh, just outside, and the count will go full. Wasn't sure if that breaking ball would have a chance to hit that outside edge. A walk loads him up with 2 outs here in the 3rd. 3-2 from Tatone. Check swing. Called strike 3. Down looking goes Matthew Luke. And Dominic Tatone pitches himself into a bit of a jam, but he gets out of it with his 4th strikeout of the game. And that leaves runners at 1st and 2nd for West Salem. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left on base for the Titans. It's another one-peak medical strikeout for Dominic Tatone to send us to the bottom of the 3rd. 2-0 lead for Roseburg here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Back here at Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg.
Number 6, Logan Klopfenstein.
The Roseburg Indians right now leading the West Salem Titans 2-0. I'm Joey Kieran. Excited to have you here with us for this evening's contest. We'll get a chance to get in a quick legal ID here in just a moment as we start the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch swinging for Logan Klopfenstein. Rolls one over to second baseman Tyler Rock, who will retire Klopfenstein at first base. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on the Score.
Up for Roseburg, number 14, Austin Takahashi.
First pitch swinging for Austin Takahashi. He fouls to the parking lot for strike 1 with 1 out and nobody on base. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Roseburg leading 2-0. Neither team with a hit so far in this contest. Brody McMullen, though, has given up 2 walks and a hit batter, and then Roseburg's done a nice job of manufacturing runs. Pitch high to Austin Takahashi for a 1-1 count. Brody McMullen with 2 strikeouts so far. Takahashi going opposite field on a bloop. that'll end up in foul territory, roll over towards the bullpen here at Champion Car Wash Field. For those maybe that are tuning in out of the Salem area that have not been down here to our beautiful facilities in Roseburg, thank you for tuning in for one. We appreciate you watching and joining the action with us here today. This is a ground ball pulled foul first base side. If you are watching online, or if you're not watching, I should let you know that you can go to 541radio.com and watch the game streaming live, or you can find it on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score on YouTube. You search there, and you should find the broadcast going on right now. All turf field here at Champion Car Wash. As a 1-2 pitch is in the air out towards center field. That one hangs up for a while, but Matthew Luke underneath it for the out. That's the second out here in the bottom of the third inning. 2 away, and Dawson Gillespie will be up next to bat for Roseburg. Gillespie drove in the first run of the game on a ground out to shortstop in the first. All turf, the apron and foul territory behind home plate, the mound, base paths, everything is turf here at Champion Car Wash. So the first pitch from McMullen is outside for ball 1. They remodeled the field a couple of years ago now. They've brought in a new scoreboard out in left center. They're planning on trying to update lights here. There's a fastball just below the knees, misses for a 2-0 count. They had to put up a new fence in center field when the old one apparently decided to give up the ghost here this season, just before things got started. The 2-0 to Gillespie is a breaking ball low for a 3-0 count. The facility during the spring is shared by Umpqua Community College, and head coach Jeremiah Robbins out there with the Riverhawks. That program has been seeing some great success in its early rejuvenation. The program coming back to life there. It's a 3-0 pitch, misses for ball 4. A walk with 2 outs issued to Dawson Gillespie. And Roseburg, for a third straight inning, gets a runner on base. That is the third walk issued by Brody McMullen. With the facility in the spring shared by UCC, by Roseburg High School, and by Umpqua Valley Christian High School, all Roseburg-based teams. It's a swing and a miss out of Nathan Wayman for strike 1, the cleanup hitter, DH, batting with 2 away, a man on at first. He's 0 for 1 in the ballgame with a strikeout in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch, Wayman takes for strike 2 on the outside corner. But with the restart of the program out at UCC, they were able to bring in some fundraising dollars as well to really help remodel this ballpark, and things are looking great. Dugouts have been remodeled, the in-ground dugouts, and things are looking good here. Strike 3 called against Nathan Wayman. He goes down looking. That's the third strikeout of the game for Brody McMullen. And that'll finish off things in the bottom of the third. First time Roseburg held without a run. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. Still a tight one here through the first 3 innings. It's 2-0. Roseburg in front. We'll be back after a 60-second timeout here on The Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Welcome you back here to Champion Car Wash Field. Joey Keyran here with you as we begin the top of the fourth inning. It is a 2-0 lead for Roseburg over West Salem. 1-0 count to lead things off for Trey Ward, the 3-hitter. Starting third baseman takes a strike for a 1-1 count against Dominic Tatone. Ward is 0 for 1 in the game with a strikeout back in the first. West Salem threatened in the third inning, getting a runner into scoring position for the first time in the ball game, but could not capitalize on some erratic pitching with 2 outs in the third by Dominic Tatone. Tatone trying to settle back in after he started real strong to this game, but he's behind 2-1 and will fall behind 3-1 against Trey Ward as we start things here in the fourth. Roseburg Baseball today brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda it's different. 3-1 pitch, a swing, and a strike 2. Swing and a miss on the pitch. At Roseburg Honda, it's different because customer satisfaction is their highest priority. So visit Roseburg Honda where they treat you like family because they are family. Full count pitch. It's too far inside. Oh, no! It cuts across that inside corner. It ended up well inside. The punch-out call came a little bit later than I was anticipating, so I thought it was ball 4, but hits the inside corner, and Ward goes down looking. He is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, and that is number 5 on the day for Dominic Tatone. He's got 5 strikeouts and 3 walks. Down at third base, Coach Taylor Blair trying to argue that should not have been strike 3. So 1 out, nobody on. It was a visit out to the mound real quick for Knox Hubbard, and we'll get ready to go for Dominic Tatone against the cleanup man, Brooks Ferguson, the first baseman. Brooks, a fantastic baseball name, as we all know. I'm trying to remember, I think it was South Eugene, and I'm not sure if he's graduated, but there was, I think, a young man, Brooks Robertson, that played for South Eugene. I always thought that was just a great baseball name there. It's a 1-1 count here for Brooks Ferguson. Tatone's 1-1 pitch misses low. Count goes to 2-1. The evening crowd starting to show up here at the ballpark after getting out of work. It's a strike taken by Ferguson. Gives him a 2-2 count. He struck out swinging to start off things in the second inning. He's actually been at the plate in 3 different innings now. It's a 2-2, swung on and missed. Goes chasing the breaking ball low, and another One Peak Medical strikeout for Dominic Tatone. That is 2 down, 6 strikeouts for Tatone in this ball game. First pitch swinging, big cut out of Carter Lesh, the shortstop. The 0-1 misses a bit high for a 1-1 count. The 0-2. Oh, excuse me. Scoreboard said 0-2. I believe it's, no, it's a 1-2 count. The 1-2 is low and outside. And that'll even things back up. The 2-2 count. Bounces in. And the count will go full with 2 outs. This is where things started to get dicey for Tatone last half inning. In the third, he got the 2 outs quickly and then walked back-to-back hitters. Strike 3, frozen. Watched it all the way across. That one just, Carter Lesh was a statue. And that is now 7 strikeouts in the ball game. Dominic Tatone right now is the reason why Roseburg's out in front in this one. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as Tatone strikes out this side in the top of the fourth. Roseburg leads 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Bottom of the fourth inning, a tight ball game here. 2-0 lead for Roseburg. Dominic Tatone, he's been looking pretty good on the mound. He'll lead things off here in the fourth. An 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike two. Dom reached on a walk to lead off the second inning, and Jordan White came on as the courtesy runner and would eventually score the second run of the ball game for the Tribe. The 0-2 pitch is fouled away. That one quickly getting out behind home. I'm guessing based on the reaction that ball got over the netting and out of play. The 0-2 pitch. Dom grounds it towards short, stumbling, and a sidearm throw to first, pulling the first baseman Brooks Ferguson off the bag. Dominic Tatone had to jump over the first baseman to make sure he did not trample Brooks Ferguson at first base. Ferguson did everything he could to try and stay on the bag at the first base there. That'll be a throwing error by Carter Lesh, the shortstop. He was kind of stumbling, and when he came up with that ball, a submarine throw across the diamond, having to stretch back down the right field line behind first to get to the ball. Ferguson did everything he could to stay on and almost got run over in the process, but he could not stay on the bag. An error puts a runner on to lead things off for Roseburg in the fourth. 0-1 count at the plate for Evan Corbin. It's a pickoff throw to first. It is courtesy runner Jordan White at the bag. The 0-1 pitch. And Corbin trying to lay down a bunt on the first base side. Did not do so successfully. That one fouled down the first base side. So Roseburg still without a hit in the ball game. There's another throw over to first base. Back in goes White. West Salem also without a hit in this one so far. The 0-2 outside. Count goes to 1-2 for Corbin, who drew a walk in the second inning. On the mound, Brody McMullen still throwing for West Salem. Gets Corbin to ground one to short. Could be a chance for two. They get the out at second base, and the throw to first gets away. Corbin is going to take off running finally. He thought he might not have a chance to get to second base, but that one rolls all the way deep into the bullpen for West Salem. And so even with the hesitation, Evan Corbin's able to get to second base with one out. Roseburg has a man in scoring position. So Corbin reaches first on a fielder's choice. Dominic Tatone Jordan White running for Dominic Tatone out at second on a 6-4 put out for the first out of the inning. Then Corbin moving to second base on the throwing error by second baseman Tyler Rock. Second error of the inning for West Salem. And that brings up Knox Hubbard, who takes inside for ball one. A couple of ground balls to shortstop have not worked out well for the Titans defense here in the fourth. Ball hit hard right side. There's your first hit of the ball game. It might drive in another run. Corbin puts on the brakes late around third. No throw into the infield. Out in right field, Cronenberg just ends up dumping it off to Rock, the second baseman, once he sees that Corbin is not going to keep going. And Knox Hubbard doesn't drive in a run, but he gets Roseburg's first hit of the ball game and does give Roseburg a chance with one out and runners on the corners to try and add to the lead. If Sebastian Watson can get a hit, pass ball, an error, or even a sacrifice hit, could drive in a run to stretch Roseburg's lead. They're on top 2-0, bottom of the fourth inning. Brody McMullen finally giving up a hit. He had avoided it through the first 3 innings, 3 1/3, in fact. Roseburg scoring on a ground out in the first inning by Gillespie and a sac fly in the second by Watson. Watson could drive in another one with another sac fly here. Runners on first and third with one out, and the first pitch outside for ball one. Inning could look a lot different if they could have turned that double play off the bat of Evan Corbin. But Tyler Rock out there looked like he tried to rush that throw to first, and he was going to need to rush it to try and get it there in time to try and get Evan Corbin. A long stride for Corbin. Griff Zyman out there running at first for Knox Hubbard, the catcher. Courtesy runners allowed for the pitcher and the catcher. A look to third and a look back to first. No throw either direction for Brody McMullen. The right-handed pitcher stepping to third, then back to first. That ball in the air out towards right field. Might be in between Hopper. It is. A throw to second base. Will not get there in time to get Zyman. A run scores as Corbin standing up, crosses home. And Sebastian Watson has his second RBI of the game, as this time he drops it in for a base hit into shallow right field. Back-to-back hits for Roseburg. Corbin scores. Knox Hubbard, that is Griff Zyman, the courtesy runner, advancing up to second base. Roseburg gets a 3-0 lead. Watson at first, Zyman at second. And up to bat will be the 9-hitter. That is Carson Dunn. On the mound, Brody McMullen. Finally, Roseburg. Third time through the lineup here. They're finally starting to get to him. First pitch, though, from McMullen to Dunn is a strike. Carson struck out looking in the second inning. Back-to-back singles from Hubbard and Watson, helping Roseburg add another run here in the fourth inning. Pitch outside on a look at a bunt there possibly by Dunn. Only one out still here in the bottom of the fourth, so Dunn maybe trying to see if he can pull in the third baseman. Does square to bunt again. Breaking ball from McMullen is high. Gives Carson a 2-1 count. The 9-hitter in the lineup for Roseburg. Bottom of the fourth inning, one run in so far. Runners at first and second with one out. The 2-1. That ball fouled off a home plate, then up into the helmet for Carson. Got an ooh out of the crowd that has filled up nicely here. It was a beautiful day in Roseburg. I was just checking the weather a little bit ago. We hit upper 60s today. Right now about 65. Here in the booth, you just catch all the wind and none of the sunshine. As a ground ball left side, Dunn will make it 3 straight singles. He puts one into left field. Zyman round third, heading for the plate. The throw offline, and Zyman will score. Into second base goes Dunn, and into third goes Watson. That's an RBI single for Carson Dunn.
Roseburg, number 6, Logan.
And Roseburg's bottom third in the lineup coming up big. Dunn ends up at second on the throw to the plate. Griff Zymet scores from second base. And all the way to third goes Watson. And so Roseburg adds another run, put up a crooked number here in the fourth inning to lead 4-0. Runners at second and third, still just one out, top of the order here. First pitch taken for strike one by Kloffenstein. They bring the infield in with runners at second and third and less than 2 outs. Breaking ball misses low and inside for Klopp. Kloffenstein scored the first run of the ball game after reaching on a hit by pitch in the first. He grounded out to second in the third. Pulls one foul to his home dugout on the third base side. Strike two for him there. I haven't noticed any action in the bullpen for West Salem. I did see some for Roseburg. Some breaking ball high and inside. Ducking out of the way goes Klopfenstein. Roseburg had somebody thrown. I did not catch who it was before they wrapped up their time in the bullpen. Sun starting to peek its way through. Breaking ball sat on it there. Klopfenstein chased a little bit, but did a decent job of waiting on that pitch. Sent it to the right side, but well foul. The 2-2 gets underneath and fouls off another one. Battling at the plate here for Logan Klopfenstein. 2-2 count. One away. Bottom of the fourth. Runners at second and third, and a swing and a miss on the breaking ball for strike three for Klopfenstein. And that is strikeout victim number 4 and the game for Brody McMullen. 2 down. Austin Takahashi will bat. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game today. Roseburg's baseball game on the radio, brought to you by Flyway Travel. It's the first pitch low and inside to the lefty Takahashi. You can contact their travel experts for your travel plans. As things are opening back up, it is time to get out there and exploring again. Located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. Give them a call at 672-5701. Breaking ball missing outside from the righty to the lefty. McMullen falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs. In the bottom of the fourth, he misses high with the fastball. Roseburg finally getting a hit on the scoreboard here in the fourth. 3 straight singles from the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. 3-0 to Takahashi. Does come across for a strike. The 3-1 for McMullen. Strike hits the outside corner. Tak was ready to toss away the bat there. Instead, he digs back into the plate. A walk would load him up here. Full count, nobody on at first. The 3-2 he chases. Takahashi got antsy at the plate, chases a high fastball, and he goes down for the third out in the fourth. But Roseburg sends 7 hitters to the plate in the fourth inning, scored 2 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 errors for the Titans, and you had 2 men left on base. Roseburg breaks it open just a little bit, leading 4-0 as we go to the top of the 5th inning on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Back here for the top of the 5th inning, Roseburg leading the visiting West Salem Titans 4-0. Dominic Tatone still on the mound as he pitches into the 5th. He'll face Cronenberg, Pinkerton, and Rock. And the first pitch to Cronenberg is low for ball 1. Roseburg baseball on the score today, brought to you by Fisher's Hearth & Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. The 1-0 pitch in the air up into the bright sun all of a sudden. That ball out of play, though, for strike 1. Sun starting to peek through. You've got shadows creeping from the left side of the diamond, but nothing really in shade except for a small portion behind home. Out in right field, bring the shades. That's the sun field here late in the day in Roseburg. As a pitch low, a 1-1 count goes to 2-1 for Colin Cronenberg, who is 0 for 1 in the ballgame. The 2-1 from Tatone misses low and outside. Got an arm righty, it looks like, warming up in the bullpen for West Salem. Ball in the air out towards right field. Well struck, going back on the run. Underneath it, the speed of Carson Dunn is something every coach would love to have in center field. Dunn tracks that one down, makes the over-the-shoulder catch to retire Cronenberg for out number 1 in the 5th. One away, Jeremiah Pinkerton will bat. The DH is 0 for 1 in the contest. Grounded out to short in the 3rd. So let's see, warming up in the bullpen. That is, I believe that is John Olson out there warming up for West Salem. As a strike taken, an 0-1 count to Pinkerton. Dominic Tatone trying to get through 5 innings of work, try and pick up a win. For Tatone on the season, he does not have a win yet. He's 0 for 1 on the mound. So trying to get that first one here as Roseburg begins a week of 3 games at home here at Champion Car Wash Field this week. They'll be back at it tomorrow here at home against Century. 2-1 count. That ball slapped foul heading towards the bullpen down that right field side. That is John Olson throwing in the bullpen. Swing and a miss on the 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Hubbard sends it down to Evan Corbin for the out. Strikeout again.
Tyler Rock.
That is strikeout number 8 for Dominic Tatone. 2 away, Tyler Rock will bat. And his first pitch is breaking ball to the righty. It cuts from the outside in right at the knees for a called strike. The 0-1 swung on and missed for strike 2. Roseburg baseball on the score this season brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit now at Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Strike 3 drop, but Hubbard sends it down to Evan Corbin for the final out. It's another strikeout for Dominic Tatone. He's got 9 in the ball game, and he keeps West Salem off the board in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. A quick one there, 1-2-3 inning for the Indians. Come up with the bottom of the 5th inning on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Strike one taken by Dawson Gillespie on a breaking ball from Brody McMullen. Still on the mound throwing for the West Salem Titans as we go to the bottom of the fifth. A 4-0 lead for Roseburg over West Salem. McMullen's 0-1 pitch, another breaking ball. That one finishes low. 1-1 count to Gillespie, who is 0 for 1 in the game with an RBI. He's also walked in the ball game. Drove in a run, the first of the game for Roseburg on a ground out in the first inning. The 1-1 pitch swung and foul tipped into the glove for strike two. Roseburg went hitless through the first 3 in a third innings, but scored a couple of runs. I was going to say, when was the last time that a team won a ball game and neither team had a hit? As a ground ball laced foul down the third base side for Gillespie. I'm sure it's happened in the world of baseball at any level where a game finishes where neither team gets a hit, but obviously somebody's got to win. It's a 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? The first base umpire will say yes. Dawson Gillespie, check swing, strike three. That is the 6th strikeout of the game for Brody McMullen. So that'll be the first out of the 5th inning for Roseburg. Nathan Wayman bats. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts here at home after a big spring break outing for him. Trying to carry that momentum over into his at-bats here at home, and so far has not been able to do so. Takes the first pitch for strike one. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, misses for a 1-1 count. Roseburg taking on some good teams. Pendleton was a very good team that they saw in that Pendleton tournament. One of the losses Roseburg suffered. They're one of the top 5A teams in the state. As a fastball rides outside, 2 balls and a strike against Nathan Wayman. Bend was a quality team that they saw, although that was a game that they'd like to probably put in the rearview mirror this season. As Wayman gets behind one here, high in the outfield, right side. That could be some trouble. No, able to play it out there. Visiting teams that don't get a lot of opportunities to play here at Champion Car Wash Field. If you get caught the wrong time with the sun in the wrong spot out in right field, that can be a difficult play to make. What seems like a routine fly ball can easily get lost. But out there, Cronenberg able to track that one quite easily. Makes the play for the second out in the 5th. Dominic Titone will bat. Dom is 0 for 1 in the game, reached on an error in the 4th. He swings through strike one. Dom reached on a walk in the 2nd inning and came around to score the 2nd run of the game, or at least the courtesy runner did in his spot. The 0-1 pitch bounces in front of home for a 1-1 count. In the 4th inning, Titone reached on an error by the shortstop, Carter Lesh, a throwing error that pulled the first baseman off the bag. Low and inside, 2 balls and a strike for Titone. Roseburg leading 4-0. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning in this non-league matchup. The 2-1 pitch is high. 3 balls and a strike. We've seen guys in and out of the bullpen down there for West Salem. They ran back from the bullpen, but then went right back out there not that long after. 3-1 pitch. Titone takes for strike two. Breaking ball outworked in nicely there by McMullen. Full count pitch for the righty. Sat on the breaking ball, sends it right back up the middle into center field. Dominic Titone with his first hit of the night. In his 3rd at-bat. Dom sends it right back past the diving shortstop, Carter Lesh. Couldn't get the glove in front of that one. A 2-out single for Roseburg. Gets a man on. Roseburg's had a runner on base in every inning in the contest. 2 down, 1 on. Evan Corbin will bat in the 5th inning, and here's a visit out to the mound. Dominic Titone getting on base all 3 times in this contest. And I think we're going to get a call to the pen and a pitching change for West Salem. Looks like that'll be the case as Brody McMullen's going to head to the outfield, it looks like. And we'll get you all the defensive changes coming up here in just a few. Let's take a 60-second timeout. This is Roseburg Baseball on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Joey Kieran with you out here at Champion Car Wash Field as we're into the 5th inning. Josh Olson will enter the game for Brody McMullen, and I misidentified him. It's kind of hard to see the visiting bullpen here at Champion Car Wash Field from where I sit in the press box, so I misidentified. I said he was a righty, and I caught just a glimpse of him, and I thought that's what I had saw, but apparently not. It is a lefty on the mound. Josh Olson taking over for Brody McMullen, who goes 4 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, currently credited with 4 runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. McMullen will stay in the game. He's on the hook for the loss at the moment if West Salem cannot rally. Looks like Cronenberg still in right field. McMullen goes to center field as the first pitch in for a strike against Evan Corbin, a lefty versus righty matchup. So Matthew Luke, he's no longer in center field. The 0-1 pitch, softly lined to the third baseman, Trey Ward, there in front of it for the final out. Only a couple of pitches needed for Josh Olson to get West Salem out of things here in the 5th inning. But Roseburg able to get Brody McMullen out of the ballgame, the starter for the Titans. And we head to the top of the 6th inning, and with Roseburg leading 4-0 over West Salem. Back with the 6th here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Top of the 6th inning, Roseburg leading at West Salem 4-0 here on the Score. Thanks everybody for tuning in and joining us. Dominic Titone still on the rubber for Roseburg as we begin the 6th inning. Today's game brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. We'll take a look at the college scoreboard here in the 6th inning. Get you caught up on the Beavers and the Ducks. I know because Roseburg baseball on today, no Beavers baseball here on the score for all you OSU fans of the orange and black of a different variety. First pitch for Titone is a strike against the 9-hitter Evan Faust, the left fielder. Faust rolls one, a high hopper towards short on the run. Dawson Gillespie hops and makes the cross-body throw to first for the out. One away, top of the order, Brody McMullen will come up to bat for West Salem. Well, taking a look at the Beavers, they are taking on Nevada in a midweek 2-game series down in Nevada, and they are in the top of the 3rd inning. In that one, the Beavers putting 2 runs on the board in the top of the 3rd to lead 2-0 over Nevada. Right now, the Beavers 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Nevada, no runs, no hits, and no errors in that ball game. So the Beavers so far looking good. As a line drive up the middle, and there goes the first hit of the game. Brody McMullen on a 1-0 pitch sends a line drive past the glove of Dominic Titone to center field. First hit of the ball game for West Salem. The no-no goes 5 1/3 innings for Dominic Titone, and it looked like they were leaving him in the ball game until he gave one up, and there it goes. The entire infield comes in as they will meet with Coach Charles. Do they leave Titone in here a little longer? Try and just calm him down after the no-hitter is gone. Dom had pitched himself into a little bit of trouble at times, but he'd only allowed runners on base in the 1st and 3rd innings. 9 strikeouts. So far, I mean, it's been a very dominating performance and kind of just doing it inauspiciously. But Dom has been controlling this lineup for West Salem up and down for the most part. Brody McMullen gets on base for a second time, walked in the 3rd, but the pitcher out of the game for West Salem, and now he's able to get his first hit. 3rd time through the lineup here for West Salem. Brody McMullen getting a hit in his 3rd at-bat. At the plate, Matthew Luke. He pulls one right side. It's Evan Corbin going to go to second base. Oh, they don't get the out there. Corbin, he was going to have a tough go to get it back to first, that ball pulling him in so quickly, so he sent it to second base to try and get the out there. And just ahead of the throw is Brody McMullen. So Matthew Luke gets on base, and that's a fielder's choice. So not necessarily not a hit there for Matthew Luke. So still just 1 hit allowed here in the 6th inning for Dominic Titone. But now he finds himself with runners at 1st and 2nd. First pitch misses to Trey Ward. 1st and 2nd with the heart of the lineup coming up here. And it's only a 4-0 lead for Roseburg, so it's not a huge lead. 1-0 count. Goes to 2-0 as a pitch misses low. I believe 2-0. Yeah, 2-0 count. Missing low and inside. Titone with the off-speed pitch misses high and away. And this is going to get some action up in the bullpen for Roseburg. It looks like Burke is going to head down there. Parker Burke going to head out to the bullpen and start throwing. 3-0 pitch, and the bases are loaded. Missing low. Titone walks him full. So here we go. Game tying run at the plate is the cleanup man, Brooks Ferguson. He has struggled at the dish today. 2 strikeouts, but this 3rd time through the lineup, West Salem starting to get to Dominic Titone. Ferguson, first pitch, swinging, goes after the pitch in the dirt for strike 1. Big spot here for Knox Hubbard behind the plate. We've seen Ferguson chasing a lot of breaking balls in the dirt, and that is a specialty for Dominic Titone as he gets another sweeping breaking ball, swing and a miss by Ferguson to go down 0-2. But for Hubbard, he can't let anything get by him. The 0-2 count. Can't get him to chase for a 3rd time. Count goes 1-2. So Beavers actually now putting it on 5-0 lead over Nevada in the top of the third. The 1-2 pitch, just off the outside edge. That did not miss by much. And the Roseburg dugout wanted that one for sure. Some of the home fans might have been cheering for that one as well. 2-2 count. Just outside again, and the count goes full. A walk will bring in a run and break the goose egg for West Salem. Titans trying to get any sort of momentum going. Bases loaded, just one out. A ground ball would be ideal here. And there is ball 4, and that is a run in for the Titans. So Brody McMullen, who started this run with the first hit of the game for the Titans, a single up the middle, he comes in to score. Matthew Luke will go to third. Trey Ward goes to second, and Brooks Ferguson on base for the first time in the ball game. Draws a bases-loaded walk for an RBI, and the pitch misses low to Carter Lesh, the shortstop, who's 0 for 2 in the ball game. The 1-0 pitch popped up, foul, and out of play for strike 1. Speaking of putting it on, so the Beavers were on top 5-0. How about Oregon? Oregon Ducks baseball leading the Pac-12 right now. They're beating San Francisco 14-5 in their home game there in Eugene at PK Park. They're in the bottom of the 4th of that one, and it's 14-5. The Ducks on top of the Dons. In our ball game, it's a 4-1 score. Roseburg in front of West Salem. A 2-1 pitch swung on and missed by Carter Lesh to even up the count for Dominic Tatone. 2 balls, 2 strikes against Lesh, the shortstop for West Salem. The 2-2 outside. And it's a full count again. Another walk would cut this lead in half. Right now a 3-run lead for Roseburg, and Tatone, I think he hit him. Either way, that was ball 4. So Tatone had been rolling in this one. Had not given up a hit through 5 1/3 innings. Finally gave up a hit on a single up the middle. And then an infield play on a ball hit by Matthew Luke. A tough one for Evan Corbin. He made about the only play he could, trying to go to second. The throw was not in time to get the runner there. That allowed the inning to continue, and then walk. 2 runs have come in. It's 4-2. Dominic Tatone's night is over on the mound. And I don't think he enters in defensively. Tatone will exit the game. He does have a 2-run lead in his favor, but 3 runners on base would all go to his total. He could still wind up the loser in this game. Parker Burke takes over on the mound. We'll take a quick 60-second timeout for the pitching change on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Well, Roseburg was rolling through 5 innings on top 4-0, but now some things starting to fall off the rails a little bit here in the 6th. And the Roseburg Indians will make a pitching change. This call to the pen will bring in Parker Burke. Dominic Tatone goes 5 1/3 innings, gave up just 1 hit. Right now credited with 2 runs, 6 walks, 9 strikeouts for Tatone. He's in line to get his first win of the season. But Parker Burke's going to need to help him out here. Ground ball would be ideal for Roseburg to try and turn 2. Bases loaded with 1 out. And up to bat will be Colin Cronenberg. First pitch from Burke. Check swing, fouled off for strike 1. Parker Burke, 3 innings work so far this season. His 3rd appearance. No wins, no losses, no saves. He's allowed 3 runs on 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 hit batters. Misses with his breaking ball high for a 1-1 count. This would be a save opportunity for Burke if he were to finish the game on the mound. A 1-1. That ball in the air, not deep. It's in foul territory. Corbin giving chase, runs out of room. And that'll be strike 2 for Cronenberg. 1 ball, 2 strikes on a beautiful evening here in Roseburg. Roseburg trying to go to 5 wins on the season and pick up a 3rd straight victory. West Salem trying to end a 3-game losing streak. A swing and a miss at the high heat for strike 3. Parker Burke will set down Colin Cronenberg. First strikeout for Cronenberg as well as for Burke in relief. Gets a big strikeout there. That is the 2nd out of the inning. Top of the 6th. It's a 4-2 ball game. Bases loaded with 2 down and a first pitch swing and a miss for strike 1 to Jeremiah Pinkerton. The DH is 0 for 2 in the game. Struck out in the 5th against Tatone. The 0-1. Swung on and missed again for strike 2. Another breaking ball from Burke. West Salem 10 strikeouts in the game. All Roseburg pitching strikeouts brought to you by One Peak Medical this year. The 0-2 is high and away outside. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive shot, goes right to shortstop Dawson Gillespie for the final out. It looked like it might have had the legs to get into the outfield grass, but Gillespie in front of it as that one just didn't have enough behind it to clear the infield. And 8 hitters to the plate in the 6th for West Salem. They score 2 runs. 2 runs come in for West Salem on 1 hit. There were no Roseburg errors and 3 men left on base for the Titans. It's a 2-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
New man on the mound for West Salem as we get ready to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Roseburg leading 4-2. Before we get you all the details on the defensive changes, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on the Score. We are back here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Trent Van Winkle will take over on the mound, a right-hander for the Titans. He will face off against lefty Knox Hubbard in his first at-bat. Or his first batter faced, I should say, for the new pitcher on the mound for the Titans. First pitch misses, though. 1-0 count here for Hubbard, who is 1 for 1 in this game. Had the first hit of the game for Roseburg, a single through the right side. Swings and misses at a breaking ball for strike 1. That came back in the 4th inning. Hubbard also had a sac bunt. He laid down back in the 2nd. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss for Knox, and he finds himself down at 1-2. So Josh Olson came in. He was the second pitcher used for West Salem. He came in and finished out the 5th inning, faced one batter, got a line drive out to third. So pitched 1/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Short outing for Josh Olson. Van Winkle on the mound, a 2-2 count against Hubbard. Two-two pitch, low and inside, backing out of the way there. Knox just letting that one go by around the shins. Van Winkle, a junior right-handed pitcher for West Salem. His 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strikeout. And that is strikeout victim number 7 on the day for Roseburg. First for Van Winkle, 1 down in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 2-run ball game, 4-2 the score. West Salem battling their way back into this one. Sebastian Watson will bat. This bottom third of the lineup here had all 3 hits in the 4th inning for Roseburg. First pitch taken for ball 1 by Watson. Hubbard, Watson, and Dunn. They broke up the no-hitter for Roseburg in the 4th with 3 straight singles. So pitch misses for a 2-0 count on the mound. And this is something that visiting teams have to get a little accustomed to. The all-turf field, the mound is artificial turf, so it's not a dirt mound that players are used to. And the footing gave way for Van Winkle out there. He fires one in, and it is taken to left field. Watson gets it over the top of the shortstop and will get on with a 1-out single. That one laced just out of the reach of Carter Lesh at short.
Number 1, Carson Dunn.
Watson will have his second hit of the ball game. He is now 2 for 2 in this one with 2 RBI. Big game for Sebastian Watson going. You like to see that for the senior. 1 out, 1 on. Carson Dunn will hit. He had an RBI single in the 4th. Roseburg trying to stretch this one back out after giving up 2 runs in the top of the 6th. A bunt laid down by Dunn. It goes down the first base line, fielded by Van Winkle, and he tosses it over to Ferguson at first for the out. So sack bunt for Carson Dunn moves Sebastian Watson to second base.
Number 6, Logan.
They're 2 down now with a man in scoring position. Top of the order up for Roseburg. Kloffenstein will bat. He is 0 for 2 in this one. Struck out his last time up. Van Winkle misses on the first offering outside to the right-handed batter. Sun's starting to set. The field is all in shade now here at Champion Car Wash. 1-0 to Kloffenstein, gets underneath it, hits it high in the air out towards left field, but that'll be a routine fly ball backing up Evan Faust underneath it to retire the side. Off the bat, I kind of almost thought there might be a chance, but that one just got caught up in the air too much. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base for Roseburg. Cannot stretch the lead back out. They lead 4-2, so we go to the top of the 7th. Roseburg needing 3 outs to secure the win here at home today. Back after a 60-second break on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
On number 8, Tyler Rock.
Well, we go to the 7th inning. It's been a good ball game here today that we've been treated to. Tyler Rock's going to try and make it a good one for the West Salem fans that might be tuning in or made the trip down here for today's ball game. Tyler Rock, the second baseman, fouls off the first pitch from Parker Burke, who is on in relief of Dominic Titone, trying to close it out and get a save. The 0-1 pitch, Rock takes at the top of the strike zone for an 0-2 count. 4-2 our score as we begin the 7th inning. Roseburg 3 outs away from a victory tonight. Breaking ball inside, had some good movement, and that is good. Parker Burke would have hit Tyler Rock if that one didn't have some bite at the tail end of that pitch. Misses inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 is high, a 2-2 count for Tyler Rock. Rock is 0 for 2 in this ball game. He's the third batter to face Parker Burke, who came on in relief of Dominic Titone in the 6th. Swing, and that one might have been foul tipped into the glove, I'm not sure, but it was caught by Hubbard, so it's strike 3 either way. That's a strikeout for Parker Burke, his second. And that is the 11th strikeout for the Roseburg pitching staff today against West Salem. Evan Faust will bat. He is 0 for 1 in the game. Drew a walk in the 3rd.
Evan Faust.
Faust, the 9 hitter. Faust is due up. Don't know if we're getting a change here at the plate. The umpire notating some things in his pocketbook. Yeah, that is Faust. Was waiting to see the number on the back of the jersey. First pitch, strike 1. Taken at the top of the zone there for Faust. As the 8-9-1 hitters due up here in the 7th to try and keep this game going for West Salem. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball hits the inside corner at the knees for strike 2. Stick around for the post-game show. We'll name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game for Roseburg today. It's a ground ball back to the mound, fielded by Burke, and he will throw it to first for the out. Comebacker, field in his position. Parker Burke gets the second out, and it'll be up to Brody McMullen. He's got the only hit in the game for West Salem, trying to keep this one going. His single in the 6th started the run where West Salem was able to get a couple of runs on the board. His first pitch, breaking ball in for a strike. Today's game's been brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. And we want to say thanks to Cascade Community Credit Union for being a sponsor of Roseburg High Sports on the radio. Cascade Community Credit Union belong to Douglas County. It's a 2-hit day for Brody McMullen as he took an off-speed pitch high and laces it into left field. So McMullen will stretch it out just a little bit longer here in the 7th for West Salem as he gets a 2-out single to right field. 2-out single to left field. Matthew Luke, the lefty, digs in. He is 0 for 2 in the game. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time up, and he takes the first pitch for strike 1. West Salem's going to be facing a lot of Southwest Conference foes. They'll be playing at South Eugene on Friday, and they host Sheldon next week, 1 week from today. Ground ball, left side, slow roller towards short. Gillespie throws to first. Did he get it there in time? No, he did not, and the inning will continue. The game-tying run is on at first with 2 outs as Matthew Luke legs out an infield single. Gillespie playing back for that possible out at second base, covering the bag there. So he had a long way to charge to get that on the infield grass and a tough throw to get it to first. And Corbin couldn't quite stretch that one enough to beat out the runner. The number 3 hitter, Trey Ward, will bat. The umpire calling time to give some instructions to Parker Burke on the flow of things there. Breaking ball in for a strike called against Trey Ward, who is 0 for 2 in the game. 2 strikeouts and a walk for him. Visit out to the mound for Knox Hubbard here. We are saying stick around for the post-game show whenever that does happen, if it's here after the top of the 7th or if it comes later in our broadcast. But we'll name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game for Roseburg. Got some good candidates. Dominic Stone, obviously a leader here with the way he pitched today, but Sebastian Watson having a big day at the plate could be a candidate as well. We'll name it coming up. The 0-1 pitch, ground ball, third base side, and Austin Takahashi will make the catch and step on third for the final out. So Trey Ward grounds to Takahashi, who forces out Brody McMullen at third base, and that finishes off the ball game. Roseburg will avoid a late game rally by West Salem as they fight their way through this one for a 4-2 victory. That 7th inning, no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left on base for West Salem. Final score 4-2. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back with your post-game show to recap things for you here today from the Champion Car Wash Field. I'm Joey Kieran on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Well, we welcome you back here to Champion Car Wash Field, where Roseburg gets a win here tonight. They take down the visiting West Salem Titans, as Roseburg will win their 3rd straight game. For West Salem, that'll be the 4th consecutive loss for the Titans. Final score is 4-2. Taking a look at the numbers, 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, 7 men left on base for West Salem. Roseburg 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 6 men left on base. Your winning pitcher today will be Dominic Tatone. He goes to 1-1 on the year. And taking the loss is Brody McMullen. Parker Burke comes in for Roseburg and earns the save. Taking a look at the scoring in this one, Roseburg gets a run in the bottom of the first after Logan Kloffenstein reached on a hit by pitch. He stole second, moved to third on a ground out, and then scored on Dawson Gillespie's ground out to short to make it a 1-0 game. Roseburg added another run in the second. Dominic Titone led off with a walk. Evan Corbin got walked, then a sac bunt moved Bolt into scoring position, and Sebastian Watson drove in the second run of the game for Roseburg with a sacrifice fly. Roseburg can add 2 runs in the fourth inning. Sebastian Watson had the second hit of the ball game for Roseburg at that point, just after Knox Hubbard had gotten the first hit of the game on a single just before him. Sebastian Watson followed that with a single to right field to drive in the third run of the game, and then Carson Dunn had a single to left field to drive in the fourth run of the game for Roseburg. At the time, made it 4-0, Roseburg in front. West Salem, though, would get 2 runs in the bottom, or make it the top of the sixth inning. After retiring the first batter, Evan Faust, Dominic Titone gave up his first hit of the ball game. That came on a single by Brody McMullen to center field. It was a 1-out single, and it was kind of a moment of, okay, take a deep breath. The no-no is gone. And then things kind of fell apart for Dominic Titone. An infield base ground ball to the first base side. Evan Corbin fielded it. His best play was to try and get the out at second base, but they couldn't get the lead runner in time. And so the batter got on safely, first and second for West Salem. Then a walk issued by Titone, loaded him up with 1 out. Brooks Ferguson then took a bases-loaded walk to drive in a run. Carter Lesh did so as well. Another bases-loaded walk brought in another run in the sixth inning for West Salem. That was all they would get, though. Parker Burke came in, retired the next 2 batters, and Roseburg would get out of the jam with a 2-run lead still in their favor. And then Burke would finish it out in the seventh inning, allowed 2 base hits, but did not allow a run to come in, and Roseburg hangs on for the 4-2 victory. Titone gets the win, 5 1/3 innings, his first win of the season. He allowed just 1 hit, 2 runs, 6 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Parker Burke gets the save, his first of the season. 1 2/3 innings work, gave up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts, 11 strikeouts total for the Roseburg pitching staff. On the other side for the West Salem Titans, Brody McMullen takes the loss, goes 4 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. Taking a look at some offensive numbers here today, Brody McMullen goes 2 for 3 at the plate with 2 singles. Matthew Luke had a 1 for 3 day at the plate with a single. Also got on with a walk, scored a run in there as well. Those are the 3 hits in the game. Also, Brooks Ferguson and Carter Lesh earning RBIs with bases-loaded walks. For Roseburg, they finished with 5 hits in the contest. Those mainly come from the bottom half of the lineup. Dominic Titone goes 1 for 2 in the game with a walk and a single. He scored 1 run, although the courtesy runner, Jordan White, scoring for him. Let's see here. Knox Hubbard goes 1 for 2 with a sac bunt and a single and a run scored. The courtesy runner scoring for him was Griffin Zymet. Sebastian Watson goes 2 for 2 in the game with 2 RBI. He had 2 singles and a sac fly to drive in 2 runs there. And Carson Dunn goes 1 for 2 in the game with an RBI single in the 4th inning and a sac bunt in there as well. So those are the offensive numbers for you here today. As Roseburg picks up the win, they move to 5-3 on the year. For West Salem, they go to 2-6 on the season. Coming up next for West Salem, they will be playing in Eugene at South Eugene High School on Friday. That'll be the second of their 3 straight against Southwest Conference opponents. They also host Sheldon 1 week from today. For Roseburg, they're right back at it coming up tomorrow when they will welcome in the Century Jaguars for a non-conference matchup here at Champion Car Wash Field starting at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. Before we get out of here on the broadcast tonight, we want to go ahead and name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. You can find them on West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg by the 124 interchange with Interstate 5, a great place to stop for dinner, lunch, whatever it may be. And they are so grateful, or we are so grateful that they are gracious enough to provide a $50 gift certificate to the Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. And let's see here. man, I got some good candidates. Dominic and Parker both had great outings on the mound. Obviously, Sebastian Watson, a nice day at the plate today. Man, I'm struggling here. I'm going to give it to Dominic Tatone. A no-hitter through, he had a no-hitter going through 5 1/3 innings before he finally gave up a base hit. He picks up his first win of the season. Dominic Tatone is going to be your player of the game. Congratulations to Dominic, and good job by Parker Burke picking up his first save of the season. Sebastian Watson, I think the season has not started out at the plate the way he wanted it, and he had a nice day today getting the win there, or getting 2 hits on the day there at the plate. So really good outings from all of those guys, but we got to pick one, so there you go. Final score again, 4-2. Roseburg gets the win. They're right back at it coming up tomorrow as they host the Century Jaguars. We'll be here for the coverage of that one, and we look forward to bringing you broadcast coverage starting at 4:15. You can hear it on the radio and watch it online. Quick check of that Oregon State baseball game. The Beavers, we're not going to have them on the radio tonight as they were playing at the same time as the baseball game that we've got just wrapping up here for you. But quick check of the college scoreboard. Top of the 4th. Oregon State is leading big. They are up 11-0 over Nevada. Also, the Oregon Ducks, they're in the top of the 6th. They lead 15-5 against San Francisco. That game also not on the radio tonight because of its earlier start time as well. So just a quick check-in on things for you there. We'll have CBS Sports Radio coming up for you the rest of the night. Tune in. We've got, it should be the Zach Gelb Show finishing things up here, coming up for you on the radio. So there you go. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us here. Want to say thanks to the West Salem Titans for making the trek down here today. Great opponent for us, a great ball game. It was a pleasure to get a chance to watch. Want to say thanks to Athletic Director Russ Bullen, Head Coach Troy Thompson, and the entire Roseburg baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg baseball here on The Score. Thanks to Craig Ortega back in the studio running the radio production for us here tonight. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. We'll do it again tomorrow. How about that? Pre-game coverage starts at 4:15, and first pitch at 4:30 as Roseburg hosts Century. We'll have it for you streaming live online at 541radio.com and right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.